all do things for attention. This is what I do for attention. Alright, enough of the attention whoring. Here's to the turning. Since today's a nice little Halloween sort of event going on, I'm actually taking this old bowl. I made this bowl a little while back, turned it out. I center turned it, you can see it. It's got the rings in line with the entire bowl. So that's actually really bad for splitting. And as you can see, if I can get that angle right, cameras are not easy, there's a nasty little split right there. Now the thing is, it's ugly. It's literally not gonna hold water. So I'm gonna play with it. Gonna give it a couple of colors. I'm gonna see where those colors go. Throw some black on there, some red, a little bit of orange. See how spooky we can just make this bowl. Now, I know you can't really see it, but I did just put on a brand new respirator. Still a little bit, not quite as black as I'd like yet. We'll get this filled in into some of these corners, get a little bit more black on it. I have put on a brand new respirator. Cigarette filters aren't good enough quite forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a lot of time with the heat gun, get this nice and solid. And once it's nice and solid, I'm going to throw just a touch of 400 at it. I'm going to be spinning it real low this whole time too. We're playing some finishing games here. We can't do this too fast. Well, not yet at least. You'll see on the last coat if I... You know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. You'll see on the last coat. Till then, put my respirator back on, throw my face shield down, which A, makes it hard to drink, B, makes it hard to smoke, but whatever. I survive it for my audience. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got that good and hard. Also got me a little bit of blood right there. Done injured myself. But you know what? Actually, I think I just opened one up from when I was working on a different bowl earlier this week. So, no harm, no foul. It's quite black. I'm actually going to go to that 400 now when I'm at that 400. And I'll get this smoothed up and switch to that nice gloss cherry red Krylon. Let's see what we can get out of this. Alright, you're probably sitting there thinking, what in the hell did he do to this damn bowl to make it look spooky? Now, you can see it's actually still just a little bit wet. I didn't want to dry it all the way because that would keep me from kind of mixing the paints a little bit and kind of dragging them off. Now, I did use that 400 and I did speed it all the way up. Maybe I lied entirely about doing it all in slow motions. But what I did is I took that 400 and I torqued it in there and I started peeling little bits of paint off.
Now you can see in that crack has a nice definition. You can see the grains in the wood coming out just a little bit. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the grains of the wood or just the grains of paint peeling each other off of the tip of that bolt. By the tip, I mean the tip of, words escape me, the tip of the most superficial level of the paint layers. Now, I think that turned out pretty dang spooky. I'm using that as a candy bowl this year. Gonna let the children see it, maybe take it to work, say, hey, look at my spooky candy bowl. I think that's going to be quite alright. Now, I am going to turn the camera off and I'll come back later because this right here, it needs a couple of coats of lacquer. Once it got those couple of coats of lacquer on it, after it's dry completely, it's got to dry absolutely completely. Then it'll come out with a real nice sheen, and we'll all think it's just a beautiful thing. I'm not shooting you going to the backside because the backside has a nasty little gouge in it. I'm not very proud of that, so I'm just going to hide it. Clown makeup in my goddamn respirator.
Alright, back here in the shop. It's been about 12 hours since I put that last coat on there. I got a little bit of lacquer on it. Got all that rum out of my system. Gained a little bit of hangover, which, that's not a good thing. But as you can see, it's pretty good. I can still smell a little bit of volatiles coming out of it. There's a couple of lumps here. It's going to come out exactly how we want, I think. But I did hit it with some of that matte lacquer, put a couple of layers on it. Now I'm just going to smooth it out and shine it up. I might have to shine it up again after this just because there's still a little bit of wetness to it. It's not much. It's just a touch. But it's enough that I might throw off my game. So I'm going to hit it up with some 600. After it's been hit up with that 600, I'm just going to buff it out, see where I can get it. Alright, here she is all finished up. You can see it. It came out, I'm really quite happy with this. You always have to be careful when you're trying to make sort of accidentally looking roughness. Roughness is easy if you're trying to just do it poorly, but when you're trying to do it on purpose, it becomes a lot less easy. Because you don't want it to make it look like you're just a piece of shit fucked up. You need to make it look like it's well used, abused, and kind of trashy. I did end up real good right here. You can see it maybe with these bits of orange inside of this crack and inside these grains here. There's a nice little transition from the brighter orange to the darker red. You've got another one right here. This one I don't like as much, but it looks like goofy lighting, so it's not necessarily a problem. A nice big dark spot there with a little bit breaking it up. I'm pretty pleased about this. Real pleased. Here's the backside. Backside's basically just a lot of darkness. There's that crack. That's kind of cool. But this is the kind of bowl where people are going to see the inside a lot more than the outside. So that's not a problem. This is that gouge I was talking about earlier. I was quite doing a bit of complaining about, but that's not an issue. But let's get this mark on there. Just dry marker. Look at me paying attention to angles this time. I ain't got to flip this upside down or right side up and make y'all car sick with rotating camera effects. There we go. Alright, that's enough for the treasures today. Let's get back to a little bit of dangerous.